Previously on the Create SMP. Finally being able to relax, Spirit Animal Gaming was able to take care of some landscaping that was desperately needed around his base. Bunch of forest, and then I also want to get kind of a mossy mix into the grass with some carpets and some azaleas popping up here and there, just to make it look more alive. With the exterior done, the only task left is to finish the interior of the hobbit hole in the finale of the Create SMP Season 5. Yo, what is up, my fellow animals? Welcome back to the next episode of the Create SMP. And guys, not only is it the next episode, but this will be the final episode of Create SMP Season 5. Season 5. We're not done with the Create SMP. We're just done with Season 5. I know it's a bit of a short season. We're only going to have 10 episodes. But, guys, this season was kind of a pilot season. It's a pilot season for something that's going to be much grander, greater in the future. But we still got things we got to do, things we got to finish, and I'm hoping this episode is jam-packed full of entertainment value for you. So the first thing we want to do, or the first thing I want to say, is that the last episode, if you didn't see it, I highly suggest you go check it out, guys. It's probably some of the best building I've ever done in my Minecraft career, per se, whatever you want to call it, or time of building. But we got a lot of outside stuff work done around our base. We added a bunch of mushrooms, a bunch of foliage to make it look like this place is popping and alive. We added a nice little pond that flows down into another pond that will eventually flow down into that water. And we also added the big piece de resistance on the outside of our building, our nice little patio porch area that goes up into our upstairs of our hobbit hole. So today what we are doing, we worked on the outside. Now we got a whole bunch of stuff that we got to get done on the inside. So we got to get, I'm talking getting there's gonna be a bedroom built here. I'm gonna have some displays built here. We're gonna finish. We got a library that we got to build, as you can see over there. This is gonna be a library. We're gonna move this path down over there. We're gonna make things look decorative. We got so much stuff that's gonna be in this episode that you guys, it's gonna take me a lot of work, but we're gonna get it. We got to finish this nice little hallway to the library. It's going to be a lot. We got to finish this area here. So the first step in doing that is going to be clearing out, I think, this upstairs to get a bedroom going for myself. I want to get that done first. That's the first thing I'm going to do, is clear out this area and start working on a bedroom. So if you guys are excited, let's stick with me. Let's get things done. Let's get things progressed. Okay, guys, so we got a little bit of a layout going on for what we're going to do here. So if you look, we've cleared out this area. This area right here probably will just be kind of like a little awning area. We might put something here, some kind of display here, but for the most part it's going to be somewhat empty. We'll put detail, but it won't be like a crazy amount. But this area that we got cleared out is going to be the bedroom. This is going to look a whole lot different than the rest of it. The rest of it, we got this mud brick and dripstone kind of texture going on with like the birch. When we do this, I think it's going to be like, oh, you're entering into a whole new room. This is different. We're going to add, like, you know how we've got this purple, I'm hitting the wrong buttons, got this purple theme going on. We're going to make the bedroom match that. That's the plan for the bedroom. So right here is our bedroom, and then these little sections that we've carved out here, and here are going to be kind of like trophy displays, where we have our armor, where we have our armor and all of our special stuff that we've acquired throughout the season of the Create SMP Season 5. So that's what the plan is for those. That's not the only thing I've done. We've gotten a lot more of the birch wood around. Let me tell you, the birch wood is going to take a lot. I don't think the whole thing's going to be here. We're going to get the roof kind of settled in with more of this alive nature look here, and then we're also finish out the chimney case. I think I have an idea. We might try something. Might try something, instead of it going straight up into the mountain, having it a little jagged, and maybe have like two spouts that it goes out of. Maybe we'll see what it looks like. And then we also, if you come around town over here, we have sealed off this backside with of what is going to be the library. So we're doing a lot of things, even if it might not look like much has gotten done. But the next step is getting the bedroom finished. I'm gonna start working on it, come back, and then start working on it now, first thing, and then for the most part this will be finished. I might cut in when, you know, we've got the structure built around it, but for the most part it'll be finished. So that is the next thing that we are going to do. So I've been kind of adopting this technique while I'm building out my bedroom and everything, where I'm working on one little thing at a time, or like kind of flip-flopping between things to keep things not from stagnant. Because you know, sometimes in Minecraft when you're doing things, you get a little bored with doing the same monotonous tasks over and over. And it's not really monotonous because we're trying to make a vision here come to life. But I've been kind of like doing one thing, working on the bedroom, and then I'll stop and work on the kitchen. As we can see here, we've got the flooring in place. You know, we just continued this design over. We might adjust it a little bit here and there. We still it's looking a little plain compared to the rest of it. But then not only that, but we've gotten more of these walls in place. So you know, stop from that, went and got walls in place, and then we've got this kind of arch started. You can kind of see it. It is nowhere near done, but we're gonna use it, and we're gonna put a nice little arch to kind of differentiate where my house is to like what is now cave. And it kind of looks like it's a like this is the natural side of things, and then this is like where it's been inhabited. But as you can see, we come up, we have more walls up in here in place, our birch walls in place. We have our outlinings for our armory, or our statues, or our victories. I don't know what we want to call them yet. There, but we've cleared out this wall, and if we walk into the bedroom, you could tell it is very, very much different. It is a nice white room. We're gonna load it up. The ceiling isn't completely finished yet. Obviously, we got a big hole. We're gonna have a nice lighting sources drop down. I'm still debating on how I want to make. We're gonna indent it another layer, but I'm debating on what I want the top layer to look like. And then we have like a nice wallpaper with the quartz, and then the bone blocks looks like it's kind of been weathered around. And the next thing is we're gonna throw in the purple, because that is our color. That is what we're doing. You know, we changed to purple for a reason. Okay, we're gonna make the bedroom look, add more color, so it's not just white. So you know, it goes from nice dungy dirt nature thing to nice clean bedroom, because we need at least one place that we can be home and feel like we're part of the modern day. And then, as you did see as I went over here, another thing we did get started, we have a pathway that branches off from going to our bedroom over to what is soon to be the library. It just kind of loops around the side. I'm going to put an entrance right in here, get some more dripstone, finish off the ceiling, but put an entrance right here, and then this will be our second level. And then when we come through here, we'll have a first level, and then there'll be two nice little spots that this will be a balcony. That is my plan moving forward, where especially with this is gonna be take the most time, is the library. So we need to make sure that we get things done as we're working on other things, like the bedroom, the living room, the kitchen. That stuff is tiny compared to what is going to go in here. So we got to make sure that we're getting stuff chipping away at that while we're working on this. So next thing that we need to do is get the bedroom all detailed out and updated, make it look like, you know, I have a place to sleep for real. So that's my next plan. I will see you when that is finished. Oh, baby. We have gotten our bedroom finished, man. We need to get this beacon out of the way because it really dampens the appeal of what we got going. But as you can see, we have a nice, clean, different from the nature cave aspect bedroom that's going on, and we incorporated our nice little color scheme of purple and pinkish magenta kind of vibes going on here. So let's give you a little tour of the room. First things first, we got our couple good boys. We got Titan and Leonidas have entered the bedroom. They're our protectors while we sleep. We got a nice little pink, magenta, purple rug going on. Our bookshelves, we have, you could either see this as a laptop or just a reading station. I want to choose to see it as a laptop, even though lectern kind of thing. It's not really a lot of good ways to do it without doing painting. Well, you can do paintings, item frames. There's some ways, but I tried this, and I think I like it a lot. We added our amethyst knowledge crystals. You know, we're healing. And then we got our wardrobes. We got our, you know, attire when we're not in battle. We have pink, purple, and magenta. We got more bookshelves. Think it's a nice little cup. What was that? Did you guys hear that? Huh. Whatever. Okay. We'll just keep going. That was weird. But we got our bed. Nice little master 3-bedroom, or it's a king. We could call it maybe an Alaskan king or just a California king, something large and in charge that we can go. Kind of similar to what I did in my crafting in Cordell World, but a little bit different. We have the dark, and then got a nice little awning with our banners up and running here. But yeah, that's the bedroom, but that is not the only thing that I have done off screen in between the kind of cuts here. We've got the bedroom finished. That was one step. The next thing that we've gotten finished is the tunnel that leads to our library. So if we go here, you can see it extends even further, and it kind of continues the theme of nature with the mushrooms, and then we've added more carpet to add the little extra detail on how we're going. We got our logs as trim, and then it leads directly into our library. So we've added some more pops of color with like the cherry wood, a couple other foliage green, have some big flowers up in here, and then it leads into our library. So far we've kind of gotten the area that we're going to work with. I want to keep it a mixture between the it being a cave, but also having man-made aspects involved. So we got that still going, and then as you can see, if we go up here, we can climb up our base, or our ladder that takes us to the double farm XP system, and then we can pop out to the second level, which the second level will have like a nice railing. We'll put a railing. I'm thinking we're just going to do the whole lectern kind of rail fit system. I will see how that looks. That, or we'll figure out some kind of fence gate system. But I think the lectern railing system makes it so there's at least something that like spots here the fence don't work without going here, and I really don't want to put blocks there. Maybe we do like a lectern and fence kind of thing. We'll see how it looks, because it is an upstairs library, and then as you can tell, it comes out to our pathway that we have already built. We haven't done anything on this yet, but we are going to work on that next. So the next two things that we're doing is we're going to finish up this area, kind of incorporate the mud bricks and the mud blocks, and get the railing of the spruce wood around it, and then we are going to also kind of cover this up and start working on the library. So that's the next step that we are going to get done, is get the library pretty much finished, making it look nice and naturized, I guess, and see what we could do. Naturized with a mix of human touch. So let's get that finished. I'd say our base is about 85% complete. We got a couple things left to do, but as you see, we tore out the beacon. We still got to fix up these little these display cases here, but we've gotten the biggest part of this process done besides our bedroom, and that is the library. Let me tell you, when I tell you I needed a lot of sugarcane, I needed a lot of sugarcane. So as you can see, as when we're walking over, we did get the arch kind of put into place. It kind of separates where, we've put our supports, our birch walls, and the actual cave, but we still put in the work inside of the cave, where we have a nice little walkway that is finished up and has the things. And as you can see, we've terraformed a little bit. This isn't finished yet. This is something I still want to finish up, but we've made it so that it has a nice little mossy area. I'm gonna put little waterfall in this area, and then kind of do what I did on the outside with the thing, where we texture up this all nice and pretty like. But without further ado, let's get to the grand entry of... Dude, what is that? What are those noises? You guys hearing that, man? I'm like, it's been happening all the time I'm building. I don't know what it is, but we're gonna have to probably check that out. But as we go into the library, you could see that we actually have books and knowledge and Lamborghini. No, not Lamborghinis, but we do got a lot of things. And as you could tell, we have our wood pallets placed in, but we also kept like the main exterior of the cave while adding a little bit of our mossy texture to it. So like the cave's still here, we still have the whole thing, but we built the library around it. So we got a nice little enchanting room, we have our bookshelf stacks, and then we also have a nice little lounging area where we have a couple chairs, couple couches, and then we have a nice little, since we're in a cave, things won't really burn down, we have a nice little fire pit. But if we come upstairs, we do also get a balcony as well, where this could be, you could see it as a study area or just another place to relax and talk. We have a balcony with our lanterns up top, just another area where you can, you got your standing desk up here, and you can look down on everyone studying down below. Then obviously it exits out into our pathway for the top part. So it all is interconnected and interwoven. And then one thing I did keep with this whole thing is the pathway that goes out the back. So we're just going to do a nice little quick, we got the slow falling pants, we're not in danger. But it goes out the back. It's not really pathway, but this does lead to another base, which is pretty nice. And a little Easter egg, I guess you could say, for exploring throughout the world. So that's nice. But the last things that we need to get done, there's a couple things that I want to get done, and that is to get the kitchen built, which is the little area that we've already hollowed out. Get that little mossy area textured up, and then get our display cases all situated, and then maybe clean up the outside. But the outside, just, you know, and what I mean by that is just cleaning up all this farm, all these trees and stuff that doesn't really need to be here anymore, just because this is the finale, you know, this is the last episode. Also, I placed these bamboo little forests just to kind of match what was going on over here, and it kind of disperses out as we get over. But guys, that's what we're gonna get done next, and I'll see you then. Ah, yes, the armor that took down Vebos, and the weapon that also did massive damage to him, but not the weapon of the series being the Malayan crossbow. That gets the rest above my head as a little mantle. But we do have our armor stand set up. You know, we got our gift armors, our battle armor, and then a few other things here and there. But we finished. We got our chimney stack set up, and we also got our kitchen in place. So we've made a nice little awning type area with not awning, but an underneath our awning, with a nice little design here with enough storage for food related items, some smokers. We got a cutting board and a knife, and then we have our, I don't know, our trash bin, aka our ender chest, and our countertops. I like it. You know, it's simple, it's quaint, but I like it. And then we got a nice little mural painting here, and if you do it right and you have the right things, you can get in here and get all your items. But it's not like normal, because you gotta be able to hold on, hold on, you gotta be getting out's a pain in the butt. Oh, gosh dang it, we could do this. Maybe we can't do this. Yeah. Guys, I'm stuck. Just kidding, we're back up here. But we also have this area over here that's been terraformed and fits our cave theme. It looks a little nicer. We got some lights out here, and have you noticed our dogs have been spread out around to protect the base? You know, we got one up here, he's protecting the walkway. We got one in the top part of the library, and we got a couple in the bottom part. But guys, this has been an exciting series, so you know, I hope you guys enjoyed everything. But man, there's one this noise, it's like it's slowly getting more consistent, and it's just not stopping. And I've been kind of searching around in between the cuts, trying to figure out where it was, and I think it's getting the loudest when I go to spawn. So if I go /spawn, yup, oh yeah, yes, yeah, dude, it is so loud around here, and it sounds like it's coming from the nether portal.
Like no
oh my gosh, dude,
ever was.
It's almost like it wants me to go in it.
To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Teach broken mind to understand the power that's inside.
It's a whole new world we're living in.